What's up, everyone? So today I have a very good video for you guys. Today I'm finally going to be breaking down Michael Jackson's character, because Michael Jackson was not a real person, and his rabbit hole goes so deep because there's so many old characters involved. But before I get deep into his old characters, I'm gonna get into his newest character right now, because Michael Jackson is not dead. Right now he is Bruno Mars, and as you guys can see by this picture right here, this looks like the same exact person, but the person on the left is Bruno Mars and the person on the right is Michael Jackson. And as you guys can see, they have the exact same eyes, the same nose, the same teeth, the same mouth, face structure, everything. Here's another side to side of them. They have the exact same eyes. Michael Jackson had these distinct eyes about him, and nobody else can replicate that, you know what I mean? So the fact that Bruno Mars has the exact same eyes, that's how you know that it's him. And here's another comparison as well. And it's funny because, Michael Jackson used to have an afro, and Bruno Mars has an afro a lot too. And here's some more comparisons. So, this is pretty obvious. You can't really deny this. Michael Jackson and Bruno Mars both sing exactly alike. They sound so much alike in their music. And Bruno Mars dances exactly like Michael Jackson. It's crazy. So make sure you guys watch this entire video, because I'm going to show you guys a video at the end of Bruno Mars moonwalking and doing every single dance that Michael Jackson does, and he does it perfectly. It's very hard to do those Michael Jackson dances, so the fact that Bruno Mars did it that good, only Michael Jackson can really do that. So anyways, once again, they have the exact same nose and everything. Alright, right here, they're just alike. This is all mockery. Right here, they're both wearing this red Letterman jacket. Right here, they're just alike. Right here, they both got a blue jacket. And then right here, they got the same red outfit. And right here, they're both holding a chimpanzee, I think. Not that many people do this. So the fact that they both have a picture like this, it's a lot of mockery with this. And right here, they're dressed alike. So yeah, this is pretty undeniable. There's a lot of damage control from Michael Jackson, so I really wanted to make this video to really break it down and really expose who he really is, you know what I mean? Because it's about time that somebody makes this video, and the biggest mockery with this is the fact that Bruno Mars is always with Janet Jackson. Right here, they're together, and they have so many pictures together, but he even gave her an award at this show, and he bowed down to her. The fact that he loves Janet Jackson so much is very telling. And then there's even an article that says Janet Jackson wants a Bruno Mars collaboration. And it says Janet Jackson recently shared that she hoped to collaborate with Bruno Mars one day. And then she said, Bruno and I, for a while, actually, we've talked about doing something together, so we'll see. The 52-year-old explained to Entertainment Tonight, I know there's this rumor going around that we have already collaborated, and we haven't. But every time we see each other, we still talk about it. So the fact that she really wants to collaborate with Bruno Mars, and then they even have this performance that they did together. They both performed in 2020. So the fact that he's around Janet Jackson so much, it goes to show that he's Michael Jackson. And then here's some more comparisons. They look so much alike. They both got the same afro. Everything's the same with this. And then right here, they have the same smile. And here's some more comparisons. And right here, they're both doing symbolism. And don't let Bruno Mars' skin color throw you off. You can still tell that it's the same person, as you guys can see right here. They have the same exact eyes. It's really undeniable, especially with this picture right here. You really can't deny this. It's crazy how they've been doing this right in front of our faces. This one has been in plain sight because Bruno Mars is huge. It's just that the media doesn't really talk about him like that. That's the difference between him and Michael Jackson. You know, they're both huge, but Michael Jackson was put out in the media more than Bruno Mars. You never hear the media talk about Bruno Mars, you know, but his music is always everywhere. So he's a big artist just like Michael Jackson. And something I want to point out, you know, a lot of people seem to think that, oh, the real Michael Jackson was killed and replaced by this white person or whatever. You know, I just want to clear this up once again. You know, I cleared this up already in my Gucci Mane video, but I want to clear up the fact that these celebrities are not getting killed and replaced. There's no such thing as the real quote-unquote Michael Jackson. You know, it's always been this same character, and I'm going to expose who his base character is right now, but I just want to show you guys this because Michael Jackson never changed. You know, they don't get multiple people to play one person. You know, it's just always the same recycled character over and over. You know, and they've been doing this ever since the ancient times, and I'm going to show you guys right now. But, yeah, I just wanted to show this comparison so you guys can see that the white Michael Jackson is the exact same one as the black Michael Jackson. There's no two Michael Jacksons, you know. As much as they look differently, you can always tell by the eyes that it's still the same person. And, you know, all they did was really just change up his nose and stuff because supposedly he got burned in a fire. But we all know that's fake, and I'll show proof of that. But, you know, all they do is change little details like, you know, little parts of his face, like his nose and stuff. But at the end of the day, this is still the same Michael Jackson. So I want you guys to stop spreading misinformation by saying, you know, the real Michael Jackson got killed or the real Kodak got killed and replaced. They don't replace nobody. You know, and I used to believe that too, that they got replaced because they would always come back looking different. But if you really look at the eyes, you can really see it's always the same character. They're just changing slight appearances. So I just want to clear that up. You know, right here you can clearly see this is still the same character. They have the exact same eyes. The only difference is his nose is more messed up right here. But even the mouth and everything is the same. Alright, so now we're going to get deeper into this. So, as you guys know, Divine Sade made a video saying that Bruno Mars' base character is Ida B. Wells. And that is correct. You know, Ida B. Wells is Bruno Mars and Michael Jackson. So if you guys haven't seen her video about this, make sure you guys go check it out. I'll put a link at the end of the video so you guys can go watch this. This was a really good breakdown. So when you look at this picture, you know, you can see Bruno Mars, but you also see a very young Michael Jackson when you look at this. You know, he looks exactly like her. And I don't want to hear that shit about, oh, they're related or whatever. No. You know, if you really look at this, this is the same exact being. You know, these entities are deceiving us, you know, throughout every lifetime. And then somebody put Ida B. Wells on this shirt. And she looks just like Michael Jackson. You know, there's hundreds of tweets about it. Alright, now to get even deeper, because Ida B. Wells is from the 1800s. You know, this dates back to even further than that. So, this Michael Jackson character is from the 1600s. So, this is a celebrity from the 1600s. And, you know, we only have one picture of him because back then they only had paintings. You know, the celebrities back then were put on paintings. And, you know, now we have a lot of pictures of these celebrities, so it's easier to expose them. But back then there was only one picture, so, you know, either way, though, you can clearly see that this is still Michael Jackson. You know, they got the same eyes. They even have that same stupid butt chin. So this is still another one of his characters. And he's even wearing the same hat as Michael Jackson. And he's wearing black and red just like Michael Jackson. So, yeah, Ida B. Wells is, you know, the most recent old character. And then we go later on, you know, deeper down the rabbit hole to the 1600s. And now let's get even deeper with this, because the actual base character, the oldest one I can find, is this ancient statue from Egypt. And shout out to a lot of you guys, because a lot of you guys were sending me this, you know, and I'm finally getting around to making this video, because this is 100% proof that these are not real people. You know, we're dealing with some weird entities that never die. They just keep getting recycled with different characters over and over. And they keep being celebrities for every single generation. You know, and they keep the same face, because one thing I've realized is when you recognize a face, and then you see that same face as another character later on, it instantly hits you and you instantly like that person. So, for example, a lot of Michael Jackson fans, I'm pretty sure they're also Bruno Mars fans, and it keeps going on. So, this is an ancient statue from Egypt, and it looks exactly like Michael Jackson. And there's so many connections with this. But before I get into that, I want to shout out Divine Sade's Carrie Hilson video, because she exposed Carrie Hilson's base character, which is Nefertiti, which is also from ancient Egypt. So she was the first one to expose this stuff, and we're going to start exposing this. All of these characters date back to ancient times, and not just Egypt. They date back to, different parts of the world, but Egypt really had a lot of statues where they, made a celebrity into a statue. So yeah, that's pretty much something I wanted to break down, because this is deep. This is deeper than just, oh, this celebrity is that celebrity. We're going to start going way deeper into this stuff and really dating back to the ancient times, because we need people to realize that these are not regular people and they're not wearing masks. I want to debunk all of that shit. They're not clones. These are ancient entities. So I just really want to break that down. Now let's get into the evidence with this. So right here it says, did you know in Chicago there is a 3,000-year-old Egyptian statue which looks exactly like Michael Jackson? And funny enough, Michael Jackson has a song called Chicago. What are the chances that the statue that looks like Michael Jackson, which is Michael Jackson, is in Chicago, and he has a song called Chicago? And some more mockery with this is Michael Jackson has a music video for Remember the Time, and this whole music video is based in ancient Egypt. The whole theme of this video is ancient Egypt, as you guys can see right here. And now I'm going to show you guys this video. They even talked about this on the news, so I'm going to show you guys this right now. They did do a little bit of damage control with this at the end, but the fact that, this is being shown, and, they're putting the truth in plain sight. They never hide this stuff. I've noticed with this, with these immortal characters, they do not hide it at all. So I'm going to show you guys this video.
There's an eerie site in Chicago's Field Museum, an ancient Egyptian bust that's a dead ringer for Michael Jackson. If you're not watching television, turn and look at this. Here's a side-by-side look of the two. The bust is actually of a woman, and it's about 3,000 years old. Much like Michael's nose, the nose on the Egyptian statue is starting to disappear. Now, if you're thinking Jackson modeled himself after the statue, think again. It hasn't been on display for about 100 years. And that makes this even more ironic. In 1993, Jackson did a video for the song Remember the Time, which is set in ancient Egypt.
So he showed you guys the facts right there. He said that Michael Jackson had to Remember the Time that was set in ancient Egypt. And then he also said that the nose of that statue is coming off just like Michael Jackson's face, the nose on Michael Jackson's face. So it's a lot of mockery with both of those characters, the fact that the statue's nose is coming off and then Michael Jackson's nose started coming off. So they do the same thing with every single character. And something else I wanted to point out was the fact that he even said that the statue was a woman, and that reminded me a lot of Michael Jackson as well, because Michael Jackson looks like a woman, and Bruno Mars does as well. So anyways, I just wanted to get really deep with this. So I wanted to show you guys that, his older character is Ida B. Wells, and then you go even older than that, it's a painter from the 1600s, and then you go even deeper than that, and it's an ancient statue. So I wanted to really go down the whole rabbit hole with this. But now I just want to focus on Bruno Mars, because this is Michael Jackson right now, and this needs to be put out there. Nobody's talking about this. So right here, as you guys can clearly see, this looks exactly like Bruno Mars. When I first seen this picture, I was like, wow, he looks just like Bruno Mars right there, especially right here. They have the exact same smile and everything. You know, everything's the same with these two, and it's pretty obvious. Right here, they have the same side profile. You know, and they're even dressed alike, you know. So it's a lot of similarities with this. Make sure you guys go do your own research, but, you know, these are the pictures I was able to find. And my bad if I'm swiping too fast. You know, some people say that I swipe fast, but I just always have a lot of things to show, so that's why I just try to get through it real quick. But you guys can pause it and see it for yourself, and most importantly, go look into this yourself. So right here, they have the same exact smile, and they have the same hairline too. And right here, he's with Freddie Mercury, who I will be exposing as well. And they both got a lot of Grammys. I'll get into that later though. And right here, they look just alike. You know, the same face. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Now I just want to show you guys a lot of evidence of Bruno Mars doing perfect impersonations of Michael Jackson. So hopefully they don't copyright me for this, but if they do, you guys can go watch this yourself. And I posted it on my Instagram as well. The link to my Instagram is in the description, so make sure you guys are following me over there. But I'm also going to post the Bruno Mars dancing on my Instagram as well, because he dances exactly like Michael Jackson. And I'll show that video at the end of this video, so watch this entire video. But here's the video of Bruno Mars doing these perfect impersonations of Michael Jackson. So that was Beat It, and now here's two other songs that he did. And keep in mind, this is on SNL, so they made a joke out of this, right? You know, he's not actually trying to impersonate him. It's more of a joke about it. And, you know, the reason why they joke about this stuff is because the joke's on us. You know, right now they're telling us that he is Michael Jackson. And, you know, they're all laughing about it because the joke is on us.
Was more like a queen from my own scene. I said, don't mind, but what you can mean? I am the one.
This one. No one knows the right lyrics to that song.
So he was really butchering, you know, that Michael Jackson song. And it is kind of funny, you know, at the end he said, those are not the right lyrics to that song. And then the other guy said, nobody knows the right lyrics to that song. But even though it is funny and they're making a joke out of it, you know, they're putting the truth in plain sight as always. And now here's some screenshots that I found where Bruno Mars does amazing covers of Michael Jackson. And I can't show you guys these videos because I don't want to get copyright, but you guys can go watch these yourself. There's so many of them and they have so many views. So right here he did a cover, and then right here he did Billie Jean and Dirty Diana cover. And then right here he did another cover. And here's another cover. And here's a video of him doing a Michael Jackson penguin dance.
Absolutely, man. You know, I grew up watching the older generation, the James Browns and Michael Jackson, the Princes, and you know, it's like that's all I wanted to do, man. That's what I signed up for. Those guys went on stage and plugged in and turned on.
Right.
And
no, we were actually just watching Michael doing the penguin dance from that This Is It special that he was the rehearsal. He was doing that penguin dance.
What is that dance?
Do you remember that? I'm not going to ask you to do it because we're rolling video.
Roll it.
The Michael Jackson penguin dance. Right.
And now I'm going to show you guys this video of Bruno Mars moonwalking. And he did this really good. So, you know, this goes to show that he's really good at dancing. Hopefully they don't copyright this, but you guys can go look it up yourself. There's so many videos of him moonwalking. So yeah, hopefully they didn't copyright that, but if you guys saw that, you know, he does the moonwalk really good. And like I said at the end of the video, I'm gonna show more videos of him dancing, you know, like Michael Jackson. But anyways, here's another good comparison. You guys can see they have the same jawline and they sing the same. Like, I want you guys to really listen to Bruno Mars' music and you will notice he sounds exactly like Michael Jackson. You know, the style of their songs is a little bit different, but if you listen to the way he sings and his voice, it really sounds like Michael Jackson. And don't let his talking voice fool you, because his singing voice is like Michael Jackson, you know. When he talks in interviews, he tries to change his voice so that you don't notice that he's Michael Jackson. But anyways, what I'm showing you guys right now is pictures of Bruno Mars and Michael, because right here, you know, keep in mind that Bruno is trying to like change his whole look so that he won't look like Michael Jackson. So that's why he has this mustache and beard and this crazy hair, you know. Basically stuff that Michael Jackson wouldn't do. But if you really look at his eyes right here, he has those same big eyes. And they're like very soulless, huge eyes that Michael Jackson has. You know, they got the same exact eyes. They're so big and soulless. You know, it's kind of creepy. If you really look at Michael Jackson's eyes for too long, you'll notice how creepy it is. But yeah, they got the same eyes right there. And here we got Bruno Mars. And people compare him a lot to the Michael Jackson in Thriller. You know, a lot of people say that this looks like Bruno Mars. Which it does, you know, right here. It's a good side to side right here. And this person said, when Bruno Mars sings Bad and Your Ugly Friends, forgetting the fact he looks like Michael Jackson in Thriller 100% of the time. This person just said, Bruno Mars looks like Michael Jackson. And this person said, this shot of Michael Jackson looks like Bruno Mars in a Michael Jackson costume. And then this person said, bro, why he looks so much like Michael Jackson? And he does, you know, right here they have the same exact smile. This person said, Michael Jackson as a zombie in Thriller looks like a drug addict version of Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars looks like Michael Jackson. Why Bruno Mars look like the zombie version of Michael Jackson in Thriller? So a lot of people noticed it in Thriller because he really looks like him right there. And this person said, why does Bruno Mars look like the 1984 Michael Jackson? And when you look at Michael Jackson in 1984, that's when he looked like Bruno Mars the most. So this is him in 1984. He looks exactly like Bruno Mars right here. And he won 8 Grammys, I believe, and Bruno Mars has 6. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Bruno Mars ends up having 8, just like Michael Jackson. And this person said, I'm creeped out with how much Bruno Mars looks and sounds like Michael Jackson. So I wanted to show you guys these tweets because it goes to show that even regular people, you know, get creeped out at how much they look alike and sound alike. You know, there's hundreds of people that are noticing this. It's not just me. You know, so I just want to put that out there. There's a lot of regular people out there that can see it. And now just to debunk some damage control, you know, some stupid damage control that people say. You know, there's a lot of idiots that say that he's Dave or whatever. And, you know, I even made a video about Sandra Bullock. And, you know, I wanted to go deeper with this one, you know. That's why I went deeper into it with the ancient statue and, you know, the painter from the 1600s and Ida B. Wells and Bruno Mars. Because saying he's Dave and some people say he's Jack Croner, you know, this is all damage control. So I just wanted to clear that up, you know, that I finally found who he really is. And I bet you nobody else is going to talk about this. You know, all these damage control channels that make these videos saying he's Dave and Jack Croner, they're not going to say he's Bruno Mars or Ida B. Wells or the painter or the statue. They're just going to keep saying Dave and Jack Croner when this clearly doesn't look anything like Michael Jackson. And right here we got Michael Jackson with Dave, who is severely weird and burned apparently, but he just looks stupid. But yeah, I just wanted to clear this up. You know, he's not Dave, he's not Jack Croner. Anyways, So these are pictures of Michael Jackson supposedly after he got burned. You know, that's probably why people say he's Dave, but it doesn't make sense because he don't look anything like Dave. And they have so many pictures together. But, yeah, I just wanted to show these pictures because right here, he looks a lot like Bruno Mars. You know, and this shows that it was fake. You know, that whole fire was fake. It was just to change his face up, you know, to give those conspiracy theorists more fuel that, oh, he's dead and replaced, right? You know, what I've realized is they want people to say that stuff. They want people to make conspiracy theory videos saying that the real Michael is dead and replaced with this white person. But in reality, you know, it's still the same person that it's always been ever since ancient Egypt. But anyways, some more connection with this is Bruno Mars has this Pepsi halftime show that he did on the Super Bowl in 2014. And Michael Jackson also did a Pepsi commercial. So they both sponsored from Pepsi. And they both performed at the Super Bowl. This is Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl. And there's so much mockery with this. There's an article that says, most iconic Super Bowl halftime show, Michael Jackson or Bruno Mars. Out of all the Super Bowl halftime shows, they wanted to compare Michael Jackson's and Bruno Mars. Alright, so now the dates with this add up perfectly because Michael Jackson faked his death in 2009. And, you know, coincidentally, Bruno Mars rose to fame in 2010. So he had his first big hit in 2010. And he was making music in 2009, but he didn't get big till 2010. So isn't it funny that right after Michael Jackson fakes his death, you know, Bruno Mars rises to fame, you know, instantly. So it's just, you know, the dates are there. And also, speaking of his rise to fame, his biggest song at the time was Billionaire, if you guys ever listened to that song. And in that song, he says that he wants to be with Oprah and the Queen, right? And that's ironic because Michael Jackson has so many interviews on Oprah. And he also had a beef with Queen Elizabeth, you know, and I forgot to put it in here, but I just wanted to mention that because I just think it's funny that, you know, Bruno Mars shouted out the Queen and Oprah, and Michael Jackson has some connections with them as well. And Michael Jackson is also close to Princess Diana as well, but I'll make another video on her later on. Anyway, so some more connections with this is Masonry, Michael, and Ida B. Wells all equal 33 in the same exact cipher. And then Masonry and Michael equal 39 in the same cipher. And then Masonry is 105 and Michael is 51 in the same cipher. You know, if you take out the 0, it's 15 and 51. You know, they got the same numerology. And then Bruno and Michael Jackson, you know, share the same numbers in the full reduction cipher. So Bruno is 25 and Michael Jackson is 52. You flip the 52, you get 25. And then Michael and Mars both equal 51 in the same cipher. And then to show that Michael Jackson's death was scripted, you know, his name, Michael Jackson, equals 83, which is the same cipher as murder, which is 38. And murder is also 83 right here. And death also equals 38. So that goes to show that his death was 100% scripted. And to prove it even further, the fact that he had a documentary called This Is It that released right after he died. You know, it goes to show, like, he's saying this is it. You know, this is the end of his character. And also, Michael Jackson has a lot of movies, right? He's in a lot of movies and documentaries and stuff. And Bruno Mars has, like, 2 movies as well. So they're both actors. So that's just another connection. Alright, so now let's get back into the comparisons. So this is Bruno Mars. He looks exactly like Michael Jackson right here. And this is also predictive programming in a way, or just hinting at the fact that he's Michael because, you know, all the fire around his head, you know, it could just be a coincidence, but it reminds me of when Michael Jackson got burned in the face. But anyways, he looks exactly like Michael right here. They have the same side profile, the same jawline. And this is a big one because Michael Jackson's death has always been a mystery. and I'm glad that I could finally break it down to you guys. So, some more mockery with this is the fact that Bruno Mars posted Michael Jackson himself on his birthday, and he said, "There will never be another king of pop, prince of pop, or any title with the word pop in it. Michael Jackson owns them all. He will forever be the man that turned music into magic." So notice he mentioned magic, because what they're doing a lot of magic on us. And Bruno Mars even has a song called 24K Magic or something like that. So they really do a lot of black magic on us, and that's why it's not good to listen to their music too much, because they're casting a spell. That's why you spell words, because words are spells. But anyways, that's another topic for another day. So, and just to finish that off, it goes to show that they're casting a lot of magic on people, because Michael Jackson has this cult fan base, like Michael Jackson is the biggest celebrity in the world, and it's because he did so much magic on people. But anyways, so it says, from videos to fashion to his groundbreaking performances, everyone can learn from Michael about dedicating your life to something and constantly striving to be great. Thank you, Michael, for showing the world what greatness looks like. Happy birthday. And then he posted Michael Jackson again, and he said Pops and Michael Jackson. So apparently this is Bruno Mars' world stage father with Michael Jackson, and there's a bunch of birds around them. So isn't this just a huge coincidence? Like, why is Bruno Mars' dad with Michael Jackson? This is just truth in plain sight. And of course, that's not his real father. These entities don't actually have real fathers, as I showed you guys. They date back to ancient statues. But this is just mockery, the fact that he posted this as well. And I also wanted to show this so you guys won't say like, oh, maybe Bruno Mars is Michael Jackson's son or whatever. No, he is Michael Jackson. Because why would this guy be his father, but yet Michael Jackson is his father? It doesn't make sense. Alright, so some more connections is Bruno Mars is with Beyonce a lot. And guess who else was with Beyonce a lot? Michael Jackson. And then right here we got Michael Jackson with Quincy Jones. And here we got Bruno Mars with Quincy. And then Bruno Mars posted this picture of him with Muhammad Ali. I already made a video about Muhammad Ali. Make sure you guys go check that out. Muhammad Ali is Kevin Gates. I'll put a link in the description and at the end of the video. But yeah, Michael Jackson has pictures with Muhammad Ali when he was younger. And Bruno Mars also has these pictures with Muhammad Ali. And then here is some huge mockery, right? Bruno Mars has a hit song with Gucci and Kodak, right? And as you guys know, I made a video saying Aretha Franklin is Gucci. Make sure you guys go check this video out. The link will also be in the description. This was a really good video, so I recommend you guys watch this if you haven't. But the mockery with this is the fact that Bruno Mars posted Aretha Franklin, right? And right here, he's with Gucci, So it's just ironic. He's a big fan of Aretha, who is Gucci, and then he has a hit song with Gucci. And then Michael Jackson also loved Aretha Franklin. That was one of his idols as well. They have a lot of pictures together. So yeah, that's Gucci right there. Aretha Franklin is Gucci. That's a huge video that I feel like more people need to talk about, because that's deeper than Hobson. What I'm trying to do with my new videos is go deeper into this, not just say the base level characters that people don't really care about, Saying he's Aretha Franklin is way deeper than anything else, because that's his base character. And I'm going to do the same thing with Kodak, because, Bruno Mars has a song with Kodak. And shout out to Divine Sade. She made a video about Kodak's base character, which is James Brown. And the connection with this is the fact that Bruno Mars posted James Brown, and Michael Jackson loved James Brown. They have so many pictures together. And, Bruno Mars has a song with Kodak. So this is more proof that he's Kodak. And this is more proof that Bruno Mars is Michael Jackson as well. And I will be dropping that Kodak video pretty soon to get the word out there more. But if you guys want to go watch Divine Sade's video, I will put a link at the end of this video, because that's a really good one. You know, she exposed Kodak correctly, and, you know, this is his most important character. But anyways, another connection is that Eminem dissed Michael Jackson in 2005 in a music video, and Michael Jackson didn't respond. Instead, he went and bought Eminem's entire catalog and got paid every time Eminem performed. And here's the music video of Eminem. He dressed up as Michael Jackson, and, you know, he made fun of his whole situation. And that's how I know that whole situation was fake, you know, the fact that everybody makes fun of it. But yeah, the mockery with this and the connection is the fact that Bruno Mars is close to Eminem. You know, they have a hit song, Lighters, together. So it's just funny that Eminem dissed Michael Jackson, but he's close to Bruno Mars. Alright, another connection is that Bruno posted this picture with Dave Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle loves Michael Jackson. Dave Chappelle defended Michael Jackson against the abuse allegations made in the HBO documentary Leaving Neverland during the comedian's newest Netflix stand-up special, Sticks and Stones. So Dave Chappelle loves Michael, he defended him, and he also loves Bruno Mars. So yeah, you know, there's so many more connections, but I don't want to make this video too long. And Michael Jackson's whole career is just so funny and stupid. You know, it goes to show that he's a character. You know, he's not a real person. And with this picture, you can clearly see that he's a joke. Like, this is clearly a fictional character. Like, this is a weird character. Like, why does he look like this, you know? Like, they're making fun of us in our face with this character. You know, there's so many things I could point out about his whole character, but I'll leave it at that. You know, Divine Sade said she's going to make a video just making fun of Michael Jackson because there's so many things to make fun of in his career that shows that he's just a character. But this picture is just very funny to me. And last thing I want to talk about is I find it weird that Michael Jackson used to wear a lot of masks. You know, and this was back in 2008, 2009. You know, before this whole situation that's going on right now where we need to wear a mask to enter a store, which is very stupid because you're inhaling carbon dioxide when you wear a mask, which is bad for you and you can get sick and die from it. But that's another story for another video. I just find it weird that he used to wear these masks a lot, and now it's a big thing that people have to wear. And here's this picture of Bruno Mars' driver's license, and I just wanted to show this because he looks like a female. You know, just like Michael Jackson, he looks so much like a female, and they both had that big afro back in the day. Alright, so here's an article that says, during an appearance on 60 Minutes, Bruno Mars straight up cited Michael as one of his biggest musical influences. It's obvious that the level of artistry Michael showed throughout his career deeply affected Bruno, and he wouldn't be the artist he is today without him. Of course he wouldn't be, because he is him. So now I'm just going to show you guys 2 interviews of Bruno Mars, you know, talking about Michael Jackson. And then I'm going to show you guys the Bruno Mars performance where he dances exactly like Michael Jackson. Make sure you guys watch the rest of this video, because those dances at the end, man, is crazy. Like, when I was recording them for this video, you know, I started to think it was Michael Jackson because of how good Bruno Mars is dancing like him. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, because I put a lot of work and effort into this video. You know, a lot of research went into this because I went through so many different things. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out.
Michael Jackson is the king.
Was he a big influence on you?
Absolutely. I think anybody my age, you know, Michael Jackson was pop culture. He was everything. Like, you would rush home, and there was no YouTube back in my day. I sound like an old man, geez. You know, but you would rush home and turn on MTV and just cross your fingers that they'd play Billie Jean or Thriller or Bad or Smooth Criminal. And I just remember loving this song so much. And as a kid, you know, putting my socks on and moonwalking across the house to another part of me. Well, when I was growing up, it was never my dream to be a producer or a songwriter. You know, when you're a kid, you don't think about those things. You just, I want to be Michael Jackson. You know, it was like more of that. The reason why you become a musician is because you hear songs that you like and you admire a Michael Jackson and a Stevie Wonder. So all your life you're singing their songs. So by, you know, you become my age, it's a part of you. When you start writing songs for yourself, it's only natural for your influences to come out into your own music.
You don't create music. It's yeah, everything has been done. You know, you put your take on a funk song or a love song. And any musician that tells you they weren't inspired by another song or another musician is...
As far as the Michael Jackson album is concerned, I'm mixed, you know, as a fan, and putting myself in his shoes. I personally wouldn't want my music to be out there if I couldn't sign it off and put my stamp on it. And you know, he was a perfectionist. So, you know, but as a fan, I am curious to hear, like, what was he doing, you know, with those songs. So I'm kind of in the cross. Personally, I say, you know, the man has done so much music that's going to live forever. I think we're good with what we got. If he didn't want it to come out, let's keep it in the closet. Another Michael Jackson song. You like how I did that, BET? Wrap that up. Keep it in the closet. I think one of the tightest performances I've ever seen was Michael Jackson's VMAs. He did Dangerous and into like Smooth Criminal. He just showed why he was the king of pop. He's just not human. You know, when you were watching it, when he was doing dance moves you've never seen before, and he made a moment. I think that's the most important thing when you're doing stuff like the VMAs. You know, you get this one moment to really show everything you got.
Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys the videos of Bruno Mars dancing like Michael Jackson. You know, I really hope they don't copyright this video, because if they do, I'm going to have to remove it from the video. But, you know, hopefully you guys can watch this video. And if it does get removed, I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out, because he dances exactly like Michael Jackson. So here's the video.
Thank you.